Right, continuing onward with where we left off at last week, trying to finish the Romans 11 chapter breakdown that was requested from a fellow subscriber, of ours. I'm Priest to Wabarkar, and I still have reading for me in the background.
Praise my shot.
Right, so this will be like a volume 2 continuation of the ending of Romans 11 chapter, verses 11 through 25. All right, so we're going to start with verse 18. So read Romans chapter 11, verse 18.
Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, that bearest not the root, but the root thee.
So Paul told the Gentiles, the actual Gentiles, which is what we teaching the Gentiles are in this particular chapter here in the book of Romans. Paul told the actual Gentiles not to boast against the branches. Okay, and that's exactly what the actual Gentiles did. They made mockery of us. Okay, with the Israelites' fall. Okay, well, we fell as a nation of people and we was brought down to a lower state. All right, the Gentiles did exactly that. They made mockery of us. And the main nation of people that made mockery of us on our fall is the Edomites, which we are still continuing to teach represents the so-called white race. Give me the book of Psalm chapter 52, verse 1. Because Paul said, don't boast against the branches. And that was a message that he had for the actual Gentiles, not for them to do. Okay. When the Gentiles were included into our churches, and a lot of them became bishops in the churches, and what became to be known as a dawn era of Christianity throughout the known world at that time, okay, in Europe, in the Middle East, all right, the Gentiles pretty much published and helped forward the gospel, okay, towards and throughout the four corners of the earth, all right. Read Psalm chapter 52, verse 1.
Why boastest thou thyself in mischief, Almighty man?
So now if you have the King James Version Bible with the different Psalms that have the different titles over it, if you have Psalms the 52nd chapter, it says to the chief musician, a Psalm of David. When Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul and said unto him, David is come to the house of Ahimelech. Okay, because Doeg the Edomite was a demon who tried to get David killed, and he was against the house of David. All right. So when you get the understanding, all right, when this was done through the Spirit, David asked a question. But when you get the understanding as well, you will see that this is also exactly what we are saying unto the Gentiles, all right, which Paul said for them not to boast against the branches. And we went into earlier lesson to prove that the branches represent the 12 tribes of Israel, all right. So in this, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, all right, the mischief that the Edomites and the Gentiles have done against us. Read.
Almighty man.
Almighty man. Okay, and the main one that this is referred to is referring to Edom, or the so-called white race. Read.
The goodness of the Most High endured continually.
Right, so the goodness of the Most High endureth continually. All right. Remember what it tells you when we're going to read on. All right, in Romans 11:22, it speaks about that goodness. Okay, read.
The tongue devises mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully.
Right, because what happened is that the Edomites began to call themselves Jews. Okay, mainly those in the Middle East right now and throughout the four corners of the earth call themselves Jews and Jewish. All right, that's a lie. All right, we're the real Jews. The so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans of Negro descent, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians of Indian descent. We are to make up the 12 lost tribes of Israel. The so-called white man trying to say that he's the real Jew. He's trying to say Christ looked like him. He's trying to say that the apostles were him. He's trying to say that the angels look like him. Those are all lies. He's trying to say we come from apes. He's trying to say we Africans. You understand? That's all lies. He says being black is a curse. He's pushing these theologies, these theories, like with Charles Darwin, okay? The Big Bang Theory concerning how life formed on this earth through collisions of matter. All that is ludicrous and is antichrist and is against the words of God. This is all things that the so-called white race have devised amongst their schemes to teach in what they consider to be so-called education. Read on.
All right. That love is evil more than good.
Right. That's why a lot of these white people coming out saying that they're atheists now. Okay. They love evil more than good. They love homosexuality. They love being a pedophile. They love doing those things contrary to words of God. They love eating pork, swine. Okay. You got this CC's Pizza. Okay, some of you brothers from out of state, you might have a CC or Caesaria's pizza place, and they got what they call pork menu, when they got 12 or 13 different forms of pork on a pizza, man. All these different abominations and unclean items they have there. They love evil more than good. They love eating their food with the blood in it, medium rare to rare, because he's Satan. Read.
And lying rather than to speak righteousness.
And he rather speak lies than to speak righteousness, which was already aforenamed with some of his lies. Okay, saying that the Native Americans sold Manhattan for 40 beans when the Native Americans were expert bean makers to Peter Manure. You know that's a damn lie. You understand? All those lies that Christopher Columbus came and discovered America. That's all lies. America was here already by the Native and Seminole Indians. Read on.
Salah. So thy love is evil more than good.
What did the Most High said that these Edomites would do?
Thy love is evil more than good.
The Lord said that these Edomites love evil more than good. And if you look at the number one nation on this earth that promotes evil, okay, that's into Gothism, okay, blackness or vampirism and demon and bewitching and being just a damn demon, atheist, child of Satan, that's the so-called white race. Okay, they're the number one nation of people on this earth that's against God, okay, as a nation. Read on.
And lying rather than speak righteousness.
Read.
Salah. Thy love is all divine words, or that deceitful tongue.
Right, because even the ones that claim to be religious, they push on an image of God being, he's a God-loving person. He's about peace. He's about love. He's about unity of all races. Meanwhile, the God that they're showing you to be that way is a white man. He's pushing this for white supremacy. When the Bible tells you that God's hair was wool, the white man will show you and do the Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel, okay, in Rome, that he'll show God as a white man, like an older white man looking like Rip Van Winkle. Those are all lies. Read on.
God shall likewise destroy thee forever.
That's why we read the book of Obadiah. It says Esau will be cut off forever. Okay, and that there should be no more remaining of the house of Esau. All right, just like it's spoken about here in Psalm 52. Okay, the Lord said he's going to destroy Esau forever. That's why I read the book of Malachi. It says that he has indignation for him forever. The Lord hates the so-called white race. Mm-hmm. Okay, we hate the so-called white race. And there's nothing wrong with that according to the Bible, because the so-called white race hates us. They show that through rape, rob, and murder of our nation and lying of us of our identity and who we are as a nation. Read on.
He shall take thee away.
That's why you see all these crackers killing niggas in these last days. Guys like Gary Zimmerman and more of these racist cops are killing young black teens now more than ever now. Because that's the white man showing you I'm still that same devil that I was during the 60s. Ain't nothing changed about me. Those people that was doing it in the 60s, they're old and some of them have passed away and died, but their spirit lives on in their children, man. All right? You got some of these coons out here that they can't understand it. Oh, well, until it happens to one of them.
Yeah, good for them, man.
You understand? Because the Lord is showing that the white man is still our enemy. The Bible says we will be sold unto our enemies. We read Deuteronomy the 28th chapter as far as the curses that will come upon our nation if we broke the laws of God. Read on.
And pluck thee out of thy dwelling place.
And the Lord said that he was going to pluck them out of their dwelling place, man. Meaning the Lord said that with all these different areas that Esau dwelt, because listen, man, we understand that the kingdom of Edom has been destroyed. All right, but Edom has manifested themselves throughout all world empires right now, like a damn virus, man. They're in control of all these different world empires, all these different empires of these different nations. They answer to Edom because Edom is within them and amongst them. You understand? So they're scattered, just like we are scattered, but they have power though, unlike us. And the Lord said that he's going to pluck them up wherever they dwell at. All right, read.
And root thee out of the land of the living.
Right, and the land of the living represents Israel, because that's exactly where these Edomites are rooted at, calling themselves Jews or Jewish or Israelis. Those bastards are going to be destroyed and plucked up out of the land of the living. Read.
Salah. The righteous also shall see.
And we're going to be a witness of all these things that the Lord is going to do upon the children of Edom. Read.
And fear.
And we're going to fear. We're going to fear for our lives and beg the Most High have mercy on us in that great day of God Almighty. Read.
And shall laugh at him.
And we're going to laugh at these devils. We're going to laugh at Esau. Okay? When the Lord drowns these crackers, we're going to laugh at him. When the Lord kills these bastards, we're going to laugh at him. We're going to have a damn joker laugh too. We're going to laugh very sickly too. Okay? It's not going to be a laugh like something's funny. It's going to be a sick, almost like a mentally disturbed laughter when we see these crackers dying in these last days. Because you see how these crackers are dealing with our nation in these last days. When the Most High is going to do that exactly unto them in these last days. And we're going to laugh at these devils when the Lord has destroyed them. Okay, you got Russia, okay, mounting up all these nuclear devices. You got Russia warning the United States of America and Israel not to strike against Iran else it was going to spell global catastrophe. We're laughing at these devils. When these crackers are homeless in the streets,
Yeah.
we're laughing at them. Okay, that's exactly hell. One time I took a damn cup out the white man's hand and put it in my pocket. He only had about 42 cents in there, but that's my 42 cents.
That's right.
Okay, because these crackers got everything through rape, rob, and murder of our nation. The Native Americans, which our brothers included. And these Native Americans, if they want to love the white man, they're going to die too in these last days. Okay, because so this is what the Lord is getting into, that the Gentiles, mainly Edom, the one that boasted the most amongst the Gentiles, where Paul said, don't boast against us. All right, and the reason why Esau boasted the most is because they have a perpetual hatred towards our nation. Read.
All right, verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength.
The so-called white man, he doesn't make God his strength. Satan is his strength. His money is his strength. His philosophy and his doctrines are his strength. His sorceries are his strength. Read.
But trusted in the abundance of his riches.
And what did the Lord say not to do? Like the Gentiles do, they trust into the riches, like we read Matthew the 6th chapter. That's how you know that this is not just going into Doeg the Edomites, going to this whole freaking nation of people, the Edomites in general, and the Gentiles just join along with them. Read.
And strengthen himself in his wicked.
The Lord said he strengthens himself in his wickedness, his bewitching hour, okay, his philosophies, his sorceries, okay, his masonry, all right. All these different things that the so-called white man has, these secret societies, okay, he strengthens himself into Bohemian Grove, okay, sacrificing children in the Big Owl in Northern California, okay, this is what this man is all about. He strengthens himself in Satan, USA, under Satan's authority, right?
But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God.
Whereas the Gentiles are a wild olive tree, David said, I am like a green olive tree. The Israelites that keep the laws of God to the best of their ability and repent, the Lord said, we are like a green olive tree in the house of the Most High. Read.
I trust in mercy, O God, forever and ever.
We trust in the mercy of the Most High forever and forever. All right. We don't trust in the so-called white man in this system. Okay. Anything we receive of this system is of the Most High. Left it to the white man, we've been dead already. Okay. Go back to Romans chapter 11, verse 18, brother.
Boast not thyself against the branches.
The Lord told the Gentiles don't boast against us. And that's exactly what these damn demons did. All right. And the main nation that did that is the so-called white race. Give me Psalm chapter 50, verse 16.
Psalm chapter 50, verse 16.
Read.
But unto the wicked the Most High say, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Right. And I'm going to read Romans 11:18. And it says, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Okay, and the brother's going to read Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. Because this correlates to exactly what Paul is going into as we read on down in these future verses. Read on.
But unto the wicked the Most High say, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
What have the wicked done to declare the Lord's statutes? All right. Because the Bible tells you the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Blacks and Hispanics don't control this earth. Okay. Satan controls this earth. And the number one nation he has controlling this earth is the so-called white race. When you look at the money and the currency, whose face is on that currency? It's his face, his money, his military. Even amongst these other Gentiles, their money doesn't mean spit doodly squat compared to him because he controls the banking systems. The rich elite in Northern Europe, they're all crackers. They control the banking systems of all world finances. You understand? They control this earth. They are the wicked. And yet, the Lord is asking them a question. Because on the Federal Reserve note, it says, in God we trust. What have you do to declare the statutes of the Most High? When the statutes of the Most High is his commandments. This world is not operating under the auspices of the Most High. It's operating under the auspices of Satan. Read.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
And that's exactly what the Gentiles did. They took the covenant of the Most High into their mouth. Okay, in Romans 11 chapter starting, when they were being converted into our way of life, when they were being converted into our way of living and our way of understanding by worshiping our God. But the Gentiles, good question, what have they done to show forth these things? Read.
Seeing that hatest instruction.
The instruction is the Bible. Okay, but there's instructions on what you must do under your sovereign rulership on this earth. Every kingdom that was set up was destroyed because they did not keep the commandments of the Lord. Okay, what happened with Nineveh? When Nineveh repented, the Lord allowed Nineveh to remain full.